How's it going, everybody? My name is Marco from Marco's Quest, and today I have a little bit of a funny video. While I was working on thinking of some ideas for future videos, I was playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Masterduel, and me and my friends, we were just talking the shit, and I summoned the Bellstar, the Black Witch, because right now I'm currently running White Forest as a Mina, and I was just randomly thinking, the Bellstar, what was she ran for president? I don't know why that came to my mind, but then we then thought about making this into a YouTube video just for some fun. So we got some cards together, and we're just gonna make a tier list. So we're gonna first start with Kuriboh, straight to F tier. I'm sorry. Yes, he's cute and fluffy, but if you put Kuriboh on a debate with the oppositions, as soon as anybody snaps at him, he's just gonna quiver. He's gonna cry. He can't handle the pressure. And then also the thing is that as president, you tend to visit other countries, and if he visits Canada, and if this thing is still there, because I'm from Canada, but I haven't been to Parliament Hill in a while. They had that little section for stray cats where they feed them, take care of them. Kuriboh goes to visit, he's gonna have to avoid that section like the plague, because if a single cat sees him, they're gonna think he's a chew toy and just rip him to shreds. Do you really want a president that can't handle the pressure of cats? Next up, we got the individual pieces of Exodia. They're useless by themselves, and it's gonna take too long to get them together. So, because of that, I don't think they would be a good candidate. They wouldn't even really be able to say anything. So, out. F tier. And we got our boy Ojama King. This guy would be terrifying to see on TV, and I don't think many people are gonna vote for him for that, but some people might do it for the meme. But whenever this guy talks, it would absolutely be terrifying. People are gonna have nightmares just watching this dude, and just think he would sound terrifying. So that's why he goes straight to F tier. Then we got our boy Cyber Dragon, the original Kashtira Fenrir special summon. Boom, nice and sleek and everything. But this is the thing, no one's really gonna vote for Cyber Dragon because he's a machine. People are gonna be like, oh, you're Skynet, why would we vote for Skynet? And then those same people are gonna be feared that, oh, he might get hacked by like the Chinese, by the North Koreans, the opposition is gonna hack them. So because of that, because of the safety of the American people, I have to put Cyber Dragon in D tier. Next up, we got Kurikara, Divine Incarnate. Unlike Yasin and the Kali Effect, who just love to put her terrible, she's gonna go straight to S tier. Now, hear me out when I say this. The reason why Kurikara deserves to be S tier is for the fact that if anyone talks to her, if anybody talks during her turn, there's going to be the debate. She's going to try and say something, and then everyone's going to talk outside her turn. Boom, they get absorbed into her. She's the only candidate left, so you can't vote for anybody else. And then not only that, the best candidate that she thinks would be a good vice president, boom, brings them back. Killer combo. That's why she has to go straight into S tier. Then we got Elemental Hero Neos. I know there's a lot of Heroes fans out there, and he's going to be the symbol of justice, but I think that's all he's going to be. He's just going to be like a policeman going for president, which, don't get me wrong, policemen are great. That's all he knows. He doesn't know anything else. He doesn't know how to make money. He doesn't know anything about foreign policies. Because of that, because of his lack of knowledge, I think he has to go into the C tier. Next up, we have Dia Bellstar, and she's gonna go to B tier. She's charismatic. She's secretive, and I think she'd be a powerful figure. But the thing is that she has a troubled history, and people don't tend to trust somebody with a troubled history. She's made plenty of mistakes in her past, and because of how her past can affect her present or how she would be in the future, it would be a hard pick to have her. So because of that, I think she'd have to go into the B tier. Then we got the Dark Magician Girl, D tier. Listen, people love Dark Magician Girl. They think she's amazing. Yes, she's cute, but this is the thing. anytime she would have a rally trying to get voters to, vote for her or anything like that, it would just be a cosplay convention. And the thing is that if you see a bunch of people imitating her outfit, then everyone's just gonna be like, yo, this is just a giant costume party. We don't want to have that. So because of that, I don't think she would get many votes. She would get plenty of votes from simps, but even though people tend to see simps as these people with a lot of money and power because of how much they spend on OnlyFans and stuff like that, I don't think it will be enough to give her a vote. Then we got Silfer the Sky Dragon. I think I'm gonna put him in top of C tier. Now hear me out. People already have issues when talking before their mind could actually process it. This dude has two mouths to talk, and because one could he's probably going to slip up more often than not. He's going to make plenty of mistakes. However, he does have one thing that's good for him and might bump him up to the bottom of B tier, which is if anybody comes to the podium, like if Silfer is the first one on the podium and then somebody else comes along the line and during the debates, and if they're weaker than him, they're just automatically obliterated. There's going to be no competition. But then the issue arises that if someone comes in with more power and authority, Silfer will whimper and be useless against them. Next up, we got the Dark Magician. Yes, he's iconic and everything like that, but I think I have to put him at the top of B tier. Yes, he's respected. He has that old authority. He's the safe candidate, but that's the thing, just safe. He follows too many rules. He doesn't like to break any rules to try and get the upper hand. He doesn't seem like a risk taker. And yes, a lot of people keep saying they want to have the safe pick, but when has the safe pick actually won a presidency? Just my thought, just my 2 cents. But then we got the Red Eyes Black Dragon, A tier. Now, the reason why I put Red Eyes in A tier is he's the underdog. He's going to come out of nowhere and get the votes. He's scrappy, he's down to earth, and that's the thing. What a lot of people don't understand is you need to have someone who is relatable to the normal person, not people who have so much power and all that stuff. I think that if Red Eyes becomes a candidate, he might not win, but he's going to get a lot of votes and maybe turn things into a, I don't know how it works in the States, but if this was like Prime Minister of Canada sort of thing, he would force it to be a minority government. He wouldn't give the full authority to anybody in S tier. That's my belief. Then we got the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and he would go to the top of S tier. He would 100% be a top of S tier for one reason. Lobbying is a big thing in the States, from my understanding, where corporations love to give money and donations. Who's Blue Eyes' guy? Who's the guy? Kaiba, he has a lot of money. He has a lot of power. It would be a challenge for Kurikara, because this is the thing. The reason why he would be above Kurikara would only deal with people who interrupt her. Blue Eyes would be respectful. He would respect her, analyze what she's saying, and then calculate what he needs to say to absolutely demolish her. Alright? That's why he's above Kurikara. Next up, we got Blue Eyes Toon Dragon. D tier. He's too chaotic. He would basically be laughing at everybody, not taking anything seriously. And when he gets to the podium, he wouldn't even be able to say anything right away. He can't do anything on his first turn. Because of that, he has to be at D tier. We got Hamon. I think this guy would be somewhere between the bottom of S, top of A. I'll probably put him at the top of A tier, because this guy, whenever he arrives, he would be an authority figure. His speeches would be compared to booms of thunder, and people would vote for him either because they fear him or highly respect him. And I don't know why, I feel like he'd be a very good military president, and because of that, I have to put him in at A tier. Now we got all 5 pieces of Exodia together, and I would have to put him at the bottom of A tier. No. I know that, when you have all 5 pieces of Exodia, you automatically win. But this is the thing. get all 5 pieces of Exodia, you need one of the hardest things to do. You need to communicate. You need to put all your resources together to get all 5 pieces. That's going to be way too much work, but if you pull it off, it's going to be a good thing. So because of that, I am going to put him at the bottom of A tier. If you could somehow justify it to me where you could get all 5 pieces of Exodia together quickly during a candidate, because also keep in mind, when you have the president, then you have the vice president, but you don't have the vice president or the vice. You know, it's going to be impossible to get them all together. So, you know what, actually, because of that, thinking about it, I think I'm going to put them in C tier. Now, kind of lied earlier about something. Earlier I mentioned I play White Forest Azamina, which is true. I currently play that. The second deck I love playing right now is Red Dragon Archfiend, but I'm getting completely obliterated with this current Malice meta on Masterduel. But my heart lies in Floow, man. And Floow and MPen would be the best president of the United States ever, because of so many reasons. First of all, people would flock together to see MPen on the podium. Not only that, if people try to attack him, saying horrible things about him, their stuff wouldn't really affect him. Like half of the power of those blows would be gone instantaneously. Not only that, he's just so cute. MPen's adorable. He's a goddamn emperor penguin, an emperor. You know. Then we got Obelisk the Tormentor. Put him at the bottom of S tier because listen, look at everybody else. They're all cool, but Obelisk is aura incarnate. This dude would make people quiver in fear, and because of that, he would be a good authority figure. He would be an absolute powerhouse of a president. Because of that, I have to put him there. And then not only that, if you get like the vice president and some general there, he's going to sacrifice him and have unlimited power. What's wrong with that? Yeah, that's the reason why he's in the bottom of S tier. People have to suffer to give him the power, but when he gets the power, to some people, it's worth it. And lastly, we have Sky Striker Rhea. Bottom of D tier. She's too young. She's a kid. She doesn't know enough. She might know enough to become the president, but she doesn't have the experience that people desire for somebody to be in a position of power. So because of that, I can't justify putting her higher than D tier, because if you have her out there and someone with a little bit more of authority, a little bit more of power, she's just gonna quiver and she's not gonna take it. And because of that, I have to put her in D tier. But you know what, guys, that's my tier list. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this where, you know, this was just for fun, right? It's not my main source of this is not my main content that I'm going to be making. This is just something for fun in between some other videos. But if you like this, subscribe, and if you want to see content where I talk about games and my opinions on games, and I do plan on doing reviews for games, hit the subscribe button. And if you guys want to have a second part of this video, leave a comment down below of what cards you guys think should be president of the United States, and we might be able to do a part 2 in the future. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.